that lesson, and can you now start to use that into your day-to-day, bringing forth that level of presence and joy and love regardless of who's around you and what it is that you're doing. That, my friends, should be a major purpose that you walk into your day-to-day, to be able to take any lesson that you get and put it to use in your day-to-day life. What's up, my friends? Welcome back to another episode of the High Performance Method. My name is Sebastian Yepes, and I'm a certified high performance coach. And on the conversation today, we're going to stick to the conversation of presence in being. Now, remember, High Performance Method has two aspects to it: presence in being, conversation in which we go deeper as to what it is to be a human being and how we consistently can explore what that means for each and every single one of us. And then the second aspect of it, second quote-unquote channel or show, you could say, is being in action. How can you take now the level of presence and bring it forth into performance, take in action, ultimately bringing you to results? Now, in the conversation of today, I'm inspired by this book. This book is called After the Ceremony Ends, and it's a powerful book. The past 2 weeks have been very powerful integration periods in my life. And when I mean integration, what I mean is, think about this. You ever had some sort of experience? Maybe it was a lesson. Maybe it was something that you came out on the other side and you said, wow, that was profound and that was deep. The integration period is what follows. And what that is being able to take whatever insight you just got, however you just started to see life in a different way, and then can you bring that into your day-to-day experience? It's powerful. It's powerful because when we can start to dive into integrating lessons into our life, then our lives start to shift. It's very easy to be happy when you're around people that you love. It's very easy for you to feel joy when you're doing something that you love. However, can you take that lesson and can you now start to use that into your day-to-day, bringing forth that level of presence and joy and love regardless of who's around you and what it is that you're doing? That, my friends, should be a major purpose that you walk into your day-to-day, to be able to take any lesson that you get and put it to use in your day-to-day life. Now, one of the key things that I'm getting so far as I'm going through this experience of life that I want to bring to you is a concept called individuation. And individuation is, simply put, being able to bring whole and complete back into our day-to-day life. Now, what do I mean by that? Because that's really conceptual, very abstract. All right, so one thing that I gotten and one thing that I've learned is that we don't experience traumatic experiences. No, we have traumatic experiences. And what that means is we experience something, and trauma, in fact, is the separation of ourselves from ourselves. So example, you put something, maybe it's a traumatic car accident. The moment the car accident happened, you now lost the concept of safety within yourself, and you now have a traumatic experience. Now, the thing about this is that this ties into our day-to-day lives and the fact that we, at all moments in time, are experiencing traumatic experiences. How so? Very simple, because we have something called an ego. And the ego, all it is, it's a defense mechanism. And this defense mechanism, the moment that it starts to experience any sort of possible death, it goes into full out fight or flight. It takes over. So if at any point in time you were feeling uncomfortable, maybe you were doing something new, maybe you started a new work, maybe you started a new position at work. If you at any point in time started to feel uncomfortable because you felt like you were now needing to recreate yourself, that, my friends, is your ego coming into the picture and trying to hold you back. That is that dividing aspect that exists within every single one of us that keeps us in the past. Now, why is this important? Especially in the context of high performance and in the context of bringing presence to your life. This is important because as we're experiencing traumatic experiences and we leave something behind, if those things are not being handled with and we don't face those things head on, then we're leaving a small part of us behind. And now when we're walking into our day-to-day, we're no longer walking as our wholeness. We're walking as our wholeness minus the little events that happened in the past that separated you from yourself. This is really important because as we're going through our day-to-day and as we're looking to accomplish and looking to support and looking to contribute to the world, if we're leaving parts of ourselves behind, then we're not really bringing our full selves forward. Simple enough. So what do? How can we start to now bring ourselves back to this place of wholeness? How can we bring ourselves back to this place of completeness? That's the question. And in fact, that's a lot as to why so many of us are consistently looking for that next experience that's going to bring us some sort of lesson, some sort of insight. What we're really doing is we're looking for ways in which we can reconnect to our true selves, the whole and complete self that lives within us. And it's already there. It didn't go anywhere. The thing is, we're human. Things happen. And as things happen, we hold on to the things, whether it's consciously or unconsciously. Again, that little thing called the ego, it's trying to keep you alive in every single way possible. And look, there was nothing wrong with this ego, with this personhood, because this personhood makes us us. The ego is a combination of belief systems, of thoughts, of habits that make us who we are. That's okay. However, when we start to give our full life to this thing, to these thought patterns, these beliefs, these emotional patterns that we all hold, when we give our life to that, again, we're leaving behind a big part of us, this whole and complete part of who we truly are as humans. So, you ever heard of the story of the buffalo? The buffalo, when they see a storm coming, the buffalo start to run towards the storm. When they see that storm coming, they turn around and run towards it. Why do they do that? Because for them, they know that the quicker they run through the storm, the quicker they'll get to the other side of the storm. So here's my challenge to you. As you're going through your day-to-day, and as you start to experience yourself being uncomfortable, maybe insecurities come up, maybe fears come up, maybe doubt comes up. When all of that comes, that's the storm right there. The storm is brewing. And yes, you can run away from it. And by that, you can pick up a book, you can turn on the TV, you can pick up the bottle, you can pick up the cigarette, you can pick up the phone. Pick up the phone for sure. You can do all of that. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. However, if we're looking to transcend this thing, if we're looking to really get intimate with ourselves, we gotta look at the storm head on and we gotta run towards it. So here's the challenge. As you're going through your day-to-day and you experience the storm brewing, good. That, for one, my friend, is a big level of awareness for you. Massive acknowledgement and recognition for that. To be able to say, there is that doubt. There's that insecurity. There's that fear. That's you being aware of the storm. Great. Step 1, check. Now step 2. Instead of turning away from it, face it head on. If you're about to do something that has you feel closed off and uncomfortable, great. That's exactly what you should be doing then. Be aware. If you don't take the action when you know you should, you're running away from the storm. And the thing is, if you're running away from the storm, every time you look back, it's gonna be right behind you. However, if you run past the storm, run through the storm, you can look back and it'll be behind you, but now you're moving away from it. You may be moving away from it when it's behind you as you're running away from it. However, it's always chasing you. It's always chasing you. You gotta be aware, if you run through it, you'll get past it. And the thing is, as humans, it's gonna happen again. Another storm is gonna brew, something else is gonna come up, and you're gonna have to either run away or run through. It's our choice, always. It's a beautiful thing, because it's not about getting away from it, it's about getting intimate with it. Some people say having tea with your demons. Have tea with your demons. Get intimately connected to those things that you don't want to look at. Maybe those memories that unfortunately have left some sort of scars within you. Now, if you have some of those scars that run deep, my love to you, go find some professional help. One of the most incredible and best decisions of my life that I've made is to have gone and seen therapists, because they're able to look within in a different way. There's no bias. They're there to really support you. And in the conversation that I was able to share with a couple of them, they help me out a lot in opening up things that I before didn't see. And in this process of opening up, of seeing things differently, the therapeutic effects of it are by far blessings that I'll always be grateful for. So face the storm. Don't run away from it. Seek support. There's people that are there for you. The thing is, how will they know that you need them if you don't ever ask them? Seek the support. People love you. They're there for you. Just let them know. And as always, stay strong, stay grounded, and stay rooted. All passes, always. Nothing is permanent. All passes. Run through the storm, integrate that lesson into your life, and keep living powerfully. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.